You guys smile this time. Hold your gut in. So now when I go to collect, if I've done several scans, this is where I can tell the software, hey, instead of registering to the last scan, register to this one. So if I've done 5 or 6 scans, I could say, all right, go to scan number 3. This fits well here. So I don't have to rely on going to the last one and staying in order. I can break off the different areas and scan. In this case, I do want it to scan to number 1. Just double check my parameters. I should still be set on low, and I am, and I'll just hit start.
I'll be easy to spot.
You see the workflow is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Not a large learning curve when it comes to learning the software and scanning. Pretty easy to do. About to start scanning.
Here we go.
So once it does this, now it's collecting, now it's scanning. Once it does, it's going to see you guys have moved positions, so it's going to look like you're doubled up from the first scan to this one.
Stopped on me earlier and like, look at this fool.
97%. There we go, 100%.
Let's see if it'll show if I'm wearing under deodorant.
I'm surprised he let him other classes come in. Is that a kid in this class in one too? Alright, they undecided. So, I didn't even know this stuff exists.
Alright, we're transferring the data. Once it comes in, it's going to go automatically into registration.
And it's going to stitch it automatically.
Yep.
So is the stitching process automatically being done, or is that a human process?
So it'll be automatic. Once it imports the second one in, it's going to automatically try to stitch that together. And it should be successful. We have a very large amount of overlap here because our scan stations are really close. Typically when you're out on a big site, let's say it's a big warehouse or something, you're scanning there, or you're outside, you want to keep those scan stations within a fair close proximity to each other. And that typically is somewhere around 10-20 meters. You're talking max 30, 40, maybe 60 feet max, just so you get some good overlap in the data. You don't want them too close because then you're doing too many scans. It's kind of a fine line of what's too many and what's not enough. So here we go. So now it's doing the pre-registration and my battery's running low. So hopefully it'll do it here. I figured this part would kill my battery, so we'll cross our fingers we get there. No! No! Okay, we'll look at it when we get to the tablet. So.
Denied.
Oh, God, denied.
Look,
but it's okay. It's pretty good timing other than that last little part there. So it was already attempting to register that together, which is exactly what we want to do. Once it registers them together, it will tell us if we're successful. If we weren't, then we can go and do the manual registration. And that part, just we're going to use that same dial to move rotate our point cloud in space, and then move it in position where we want it to go. And it's really more about getting the orientation right, and then getting it close is all we have to do. And then we hit register and we let the software do the rest of the work.
Okay.
And a lot of times you gotta look at it not just in that 2D view, that top-down view. Sometimes you gotta look at it from the side, because it might be your registration needs to be fixed in the elevation. So you might be high or low on that scan, and you need to make sure that is fitting in the correct position elevation-wise here as well.
Okay.
So you're working the X, Y, and the Z.
Okay.
And so you're working full 3D in this.
Nice.
So you have to start thinking about that 3D element of it, that Z element, that elevation. That's just as important.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get connected to my tablet because I want you guys to see the floor flatness analysis and how we can do the use the laser to point to high and low areas. And actually, are they doing anything back there tonight? Do you know? So we could go back there and do this and get a big area to look at.
Nice.
So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna turn it off.
I like that tripod. I need a tripod like that. That's
This is actually a camera tripod.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's a carbon fiber. Right?
It is, yeah. They're not cheap, but man, they're good. They're good.
Durable,
tripods.
lightweight.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's like one of those newsroom video camera tripods.
Yeah. The great part is that it's lightweight.
Lightweight, yeah.
Because now I can maneuver this wherever I need to go. So, all right. If you guys want to, we'll
Trying to
go
walk
back here.
5 miles with 75 pounds.
I'll get one of you to carry the tablet for me.
Can I see
Yeah.